is Lana Nicole Niland, who's a Canadian businesswoman in Kiev. Thanks for coming on the programme. Can you give us a sense of the mood in Kiev at the moment? Because the city's just emerged from a curfew. So what are you seeing and hearing on the streets?
That's right. We had a 36-hour curfew, which ended 8 o'clock this morning. And it was by chance, actually, I needed to be out. There were a number of things that needed to be done. People needed food that hadn't eaten in a couple of days. There's evacuees who aren't able to take their animals, and they need to be picked up and given homes. As I moved around the city, it's definitely a quiet place, much quieter than it usually is. A large part of the population has left completely. However, there's a buzz that's happening. You know, if in the first few days of any sort of project or initiative, you're still sort of trying to figure out what's happening. Now people are understanding what is happening, what role they're going to play, and how they move forward. And it's with this confidence, actually, that the city is abuzz, and not just the city, the country as a whole.
Well, we've seen pictures of people in shelters, adults, children, pets, you know, all squeezed together. What's it actually like?
So, like one would go shopping for an apartment, I did likewise on Thursday for a shelter, for a bomb shelter. There are 3 lined up along my street, and I had the choice of one. I've also got the metro, as you suggest, just 5 minutes down the way. It's surreal, is what it is. No one ever expects that you'll have to shelter to save your life because of an invading neighbor. And certainly not in the 21st century. But we do what we have to in order to survive. And I think that while there's fear, people are becoming more confident that this is a war that Ukraine can win. Yeah.
It's interesting, you talk about that buzz, but also an underlying sense of fear. Is there a sense from people that you're talking to that maybe there's worse to come, or that there's a corner to be turned?
I think it will get a little bit worse before it gets better. The information coming out of the international community, from Canada, from the US, from the EU, it's wonderful, actually, and we are very much looking forward to receiving both financial as well as the physical manifestation of all of the help. Casualties are, as various people have said in the last few days, a part of war. It doesn't make it any more easy to digest. And yet, Ukrainian people understand that without coming together, without standing in solidarity, without saying thank you, but no, we don't want Russian troops on our soil, you know, none of what's happening now would be possible. None of the small victories that continue to occur, thanks to the Ukrainian army, thanks to the volunteer battalions, would be happening. And it is actually in small thanks to Vladimir Putin, president of Russia, that the country is as united as it is. No other Ukrainian leader has been able to do this.
Lana Nicole Niland, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you very much for your insight.
Thank you very much.